That morning was the heaviest morning of my life. The sky was covered with clouds, the streets were wet from rain, and I was looking out the bus window thinking about my broken life. Today was my divorce hearing. In a few hours, a few signatures in front of a judge would end a relationship of years, forever. I was lost in my thoughts when suddenly the bus stopped with a strong jerk. A frail old man standing in front lost his balance and was about to fall. People on the bus just watched. But I immediately stood up. I held his arm and made him sit in my seat. Fatigue was clearly visible on his face, but there was a strange depth in his eyes. He said softly, "Daughter, thank you very much." I gave a slight smile. After a while, he asked, "Where are you going?" I took a deep breath and said, "To court. Today is my divorce." Hearing this, he fell silent. After a few moments, he said, "I am going there too, for an old matter to settle." His words settled somewhere deep in my heart. Throughout the journey, we talked slowly. From his words, it seemed that life had also treated him very harshly. Meanwhile, memories of my husband began to return to my mind. The man I once considered my whole world. His promises, his love, his vows of loyalty, all turned out to be lies. Late-night phone calls, hidden messages, and one day, a hotel receipt found in his pocket made everything clear. I was shattered, but I did not cry. I became silent. And in that silence, I decided not only to leave him, but to expose his lies to the world. I gathered every piece of evidence, emails, bank record, and all those conversations where he underestimated me. When we reached the court, I supported the old man and took him inside. But as soon as my husband saw him, the color drained from his face. Fear was clearly visible in his eyes. At that moment, I realized this was no ordinary man. This was the person my husband had deceived years ago. His money, his property, his trust, everything had been taken from him. And today, that same man was standing in court with me. When he began to testify in court, the entire room fell silent. Every word was breaking my husband's arrogance. The judge's expressions began to change. Moments later, the old case was ordered to be reopened. Investigations began. His accounts were frozen, and my divorce hearing had now become his smallest problem. After the hearing, he came toward me in anger and fear. Grinding his teeth, he said, "Did you do all this?" I looked into his eyes calmly and said, "No. These are your own actions, standing before you today." As I walked down the steps of the courthouse for the first time, I felt peace within myself. It was not revenge. It was justice. And that day I learned. Sometimes fate delivers justice through a stranger in ways we could never have imagined. If this story has touched your heart, then don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell icon, because many more such stories are yet to come.